Hello, hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. In the last episode, Ximena had a chat with this lady up here, but Callista, she's dead. I know, we weren't speaking to the body, we were speaking to her soul, the woman that she once was, and she informed Ximena that she is now a watcher. I think Ximena would be reeling from that because I guarantee she has played the role of a watcher in the past. In probably a couple of her comms, she has, gone around saying, oh yeah, I'm a watcher. I can speak to the dead. I can help your husband pass on. Oh, you want to get in contact with the spirit of your deceased child? I can totally do that. You just have to pay me some money. Like, I guarantee Ximena has done that. And so to be told, yeah, actually you are one. There is no pretending anymore. You are a legitimate watcher. She would probably just be thinking, oh god, this is that karma. This is that karma that Kalisha was talking about. I thought it was nonsense, but no, it does exist. Now, we were told about a place called Cadnua. Apparently there is another watcher there, and he can maybe instruct us on how to be. Now, I did notice when I loaded up the game, Eder was counting. I saw like 17 and a half, something like that. So, the smell of pipe smoke, at once earthy and sweet, winds its way into your nostrils. Your eyes trace the smoke to its origin, where you find a broad man with straw-coloured hair leaning against a mossy rock wall, his pipe held to his lips with one meaty hand. He looks you directly in the eye, but the look is not aggressive. He regards you with a peculiar smirk.
17 and a half. Well, could be 18, depending on how you count the dwarf woman.
I'm sorry, what are you talking about? This is polite, but right now, I think Ximena, as I said, she's reeling. She's reeling from this information. The first thought in her head isn't going to be, we should be polite. What are you talking about?
The people hanging from the tree. 18 of them. Well, last I counted, anyway.
Aloth frowns. Is that what you people do for fun around here?
Name's Eder. Though to the people around here, might as well be 19. Don't think I'd put you much higher than 22, 23 tops. You look like the sort that likes to get involved.
Oh, that is sweet. It's not that she likes to get involved, it's that she's got a propensity for lying and taking other people's money. And she's a godlike and a foreigner. Yeah, more likely to be 22 than 23. What was that about a dwarf?
The dwarf woman. You were trying to figure out whether to count her as a full person. I think you oughta.
Oh, I mean, we were. Ximena's probably getting defensive. She's probably feeling a little defensive. She's just learnt this very shocking piece of information. What makes you think I was interested in the dwarf woman? He looks at you a moment, his brow arched, his smirk broadens.
I was smoking over here, saw you staring at her. Twice I refilled my pipe. You never so much as blinked. Your mouth was so slack I took you for a Raedric at first.
Do you know what a watcher is? I've been out of sorts lately. Impossible, I don't drool half as much. What's it? I think, again, I like this. I like this for Ximena. Her sass kicks in. Impossible, I don't drool half as much. Ha! So you're already familiar. Still, you'll have to forgive my curiosity. Round here, we prefer to turn a blind eye to our dead. Ooh, do you know what a watcher is? I've been out of sorts lately. It's none of your business. I think it's between 1 and 2. It's none of your business. Ximena is chatty. I think Ximena is naturally quite chatty. Even when she is out of sorts, even when she's learned something, quite distressing. I think she is chatty. She'll lie. She'll lie about what she's experienced, but I don't think she's the kind to be like, "Oi, piss off, it's none of your business." Do you know what a watcher is? I mean, we know what a watcher is. It's someone who can communicate with souls. I mean, this guy, he looks like a village guard. I mean, you can see in this picture, he's got like a piece of straw hanging out of his mouth. I don't think, like, Ximena asking Aloth about watchers, this guy is a wizard. He's going to be well educated. This guy, I do think she'd assume, oh, well, he's not going to know more than me. I've been out of sorts lately. Of course, we all got our bad days when we stand perfectly still and stare at corpses for a while without blinking. He winks. Okay, well, if it's between the two of them, then I'm gonna go for this because I don't think this makes sense for Ximena. Again, maybe she's thinking, he may just be like a village guard or something, but maybe there's some information that they have out in the countryside about watchers. Maybe they have like first-hand experience, something like that. Yeah, he might know something that someone very well educated might not. It might be more superstition than, book learning, but it could be something. Do you know what a watcher is?
Careful, friend. Best not use that word round here. Could be any number of Raedric bootlickers within earshot. Ciphers, animancers, watchers. Same thing in the eyes of folks around here, Raedric especially. They come through these parts all the time with their cures, preying on the desperate. None of them are who they claim to be.
This sounds like Ximena. maybe Ximena is thinking, oh, this sounds like my kind of group. Preying on the desperate, I do that all the time. Maybe I do belong here.
Of course, seeing you with that funny look, I'd be halfway inclined to believe you were having some kind of communion with that dwarf. Either case, maybe I'm not 19 after all. No offense.
You think we're going to be hanged? Yes. Ximena thinks she's going to be hanged. What's that supposed to mean? We're gonna be hanged. None taken. Don't be so sure. Ooh. I think I might go with none taken. Ximena thinks she is going to be lynched. Ximena is convinced, if I stay here long enough, they are going to lynch me because I am a foreigner and I look funny. That's ignoring the fact that I like to steal. Even if I'm good, they are probably going to hang me. Just because of what I am. See, I don't think she'd take any offence at this. None taken. Good. They don't mean it personal when they hang folks here. I have to remind myself.
The town's had it in for me for a long time now. Only fellow who ever stuck up for me, well, he's number 18 up there. My headman on the farm. Used to be my captain during the war.
He's probably talking about the war that the others were talking about, but, we should double check. The war? Saints' War. Only one in my lifetime. Fella decides he's the living incarnation of Aethys. Overthrows Red Ceres, marches on Deerwood. So we gave him a Deerwooden hello. What's a Deerwooden hello?
We blew him up.
He smiles at this, but it is the smile of one recounting a joke for effect, rather than enjoyment. Okay, who is Aethys? So, Ximena wouldn't ask this. Although I believe the gods have different names depending on where you're from. He is a god. I know that. He's a god. That's a thought. Is Ximena all that interested in the gods? The only god I think she would actually care about is Ondra, because it's Ondra who are... How do I put this? Like, the moon god, are connected to Ondra. oh god, is it... I want to say nature godlike are connected to Galawain? Fire to Berath? And I don't know who the death godlike are connected to, but it's... I know for definite Ondra is connected to the moon godlike, and she is the goddess of, I want to say she's like the goddess of the ocean. Something like that. That's why a lot of sailors respond well to moon godlike. Because it's like, oh, we're sailors, therefore we have a lot of respect for Ondra. You are one of Ondra's godlike, so, you know, we think you will bring good luck, blah, blah, blah. That's something that Ximena has, you know, that is something that Ximena has taken advantage of many, many times. She knows about Ondra because, you know, she's connected to her just by her very being. Is she... I don't think Ximena really cares about the gods. She believes they exist because, you know, she exists. Ximena exists. The godlike exist because there are gods out there. So she definitely believes they exist, but I don't think she would really care all that much about them. And I do believe the gods have different names depending on where you come from. So maybe Aethys has a different name in Old Valia. Oh, who is Aethys? God of rebirth and redemption. Formerly, anyhow. Maybe they called him something different where you're from. Probably. I had other questions. I got time. Why was your headman hanged? Got involved. Raedric sent men down here the other day. Said they had it on good authority someone in town was working with cults, plotting Raedric's overthrow. Said if he didn't come forward right then and there, they'd hang every last one of us. No one was coming forward, so Swithin, that's my headman, he steps up and says it's him. They took him at his word. He sighs and shakes his head, his eyes fixed on the tree. Bound to happen sooner or later. If not for plotting against Raedric, then for protecting me. What does your town have against you?
Pick the wrong god. That's what it comes down to. Used to be a lot of Aethys worshippers in Gilded Vale. That mess of rocks over there, that was a temple to him, to give you some idea. Then one day, somebody named Widewind shows up on Deerwood's doorstep. Says he's the living flesh of Aethys. Got an army with him. Suddenly, Aethys isn't so popular in these parts. My brother Woden and me, neither of us believed it. No way was that Aethys. He enlisted, then I did too. But, he didn't make it back. After the war, people took to punishing Aethys worshippers, accusing them of treason. Got real ugly, especially after the legacy started. Folks needed someone to blame. I was safe because I fought, but then this rumor starts that my brother, that he was on the wrong side. And I wasn't so safe anymore. Until my headman stepped in and said they'd have to hang him to get to me. Seems that's no longer a concern. Of course, the townies don't do the hanging these days, but when Raedric's men come, they got no problem doing the pointing.
Aloth glances at you and lowers his voice. You can see why I was eager to leave, yes. Why I'm eager to leave, too. Who's Kolsk? Someone who got tired of all the hangings. He's on the run now. Probably will be till they catch him. If you're next to be hanged, what are you still doing here? He gives a half smile. Drinking, mostly. Point of fact, I'm on my way out. Just haven't figured where I'm going yet. Not a whole lot of places out there that don't think Widewind's legacy started with Widewind. Yeah, again, safety in numbers. Safety in numbers. We have a wizard. Wizards are squishy. We are also squishy. This guy just said he was in the army. Like, we need a tank. We need a tank, please. We could travel together. Where are you headed? Some place called Cadnua. There's an old watcher there who might be able to help me.
Seem to remember hearing something about that years ago. He tamed that place. People would seek him out for all kinds of things. Troubles of the soul, questions for the departed. Of course, that was back when you didn't have to say watcher with a hush on your breath. A man such as that, there'd be things I'd want to ask him. Don't know why I never thought of it before. Not sure how I feel about setting out with a stranger, and a strange one at that. But, truth be told, you might be the only one in town who wouldn't feel some relief seeing me swing from that tree.
There's a fine reason if I ever heard one.
All right, then. Guess I'll do some sightseeing. Long as you're not the one picking the sights.
He tilts his head forward and gives you a pointed look. Let's get going. Okay, so now we have 3 party members. Okay, well, 3 party members total, including us. Okay, and everyone has levels, so I did do some research. I think for you, we want to go there. And then we just want to dump everything into lore for Aloth. And first point, chill fog. Then for the next one... Oh, where were you? Where were you? Was it? Yeah, Secrets of Rhyme. Yeah, plus 5 damage reduction, freeze, and plus 20% freeze damage. And this is a freeze spell. Okay, good stuff. Excellent. Oh, hello. What do you mean you're at level 3? What do you mean? Okay, wait, no. We want to keep this at 1 for you. And again, everything into lore. And then I believe the next one was Bewildering Spectacle. And Rolling Flame. There we go. Thank goodness. I only looked up the first few levels. Thank you. Thank you. And now that we have Eder, I am completely blind. I could remember up to, talking with the woman, speaking to Eder, and then that is it as far as solid memory goes. After this, I'm just going to go where the game tells me to go. Now then, for you, we want to get your survival up to level 7, and then we're just going to dump everything into athletics. Actually, you know what, let's go with that. That's better, yeah. And then, oh dear. And this is where I say, I can't remember. I remembered for Aloth. Did not remember. Was it hold the line? Yes! Yeah, I remember something about that. You want as many enemies engaged as possible. So yeah, I think we want hold the line. Oh no, wait a minute. Yeah, there we go. There we go. And then bap. Bap. And defender. I think. Yeah, again. More enemies engaged. There we go. Excellent. Excellent. Okie doke. That's urgent. I wonder, do you have more to say now? Do you have anything else? Hello? Oh, that's... Okay, I assume that was that. Yeah. Okay. Hello?
I have received confirmation that Lord Raedric's heir was not born well. My lord has issued an injunction on all new homesteads until he can be assured that the village has been cleansed of all Aothasians and whatever other undesirables that have brought this curse upon his lands.
Yeah, we need to go.
It would be best if you left town as soon as possible. I would suggest returning to your old home. There will be no place for you here. You may stay at the inn until you can make the necessary arrangements, but I would not advise remaining long. I expect Lord Raedric will be most thorough in his efforts to purify this place.
Oh, this is outrageous. I came a long way. No, well, to be fair, Ximena wasn't planning on living here permanently. It was literally just like, oh yeah, I'm totally a settler, I'm totally a setter, I'm gonna help out on the farms for a little bit, and then as soon as she felt safe, she was pissing off. She was going, so she is not gonna kick up a fuss. She's like, yes, absolutely, I will leave. Don't mind me. Please don't lynch me. I am going. Goodbye, sirs, goodbye. I will leave you be. Also, I am on the right person, aren't I? Now then. We have a fair few houses. And I do want to explore town before we head out. Yeah, let's just go around. We'll start here, make our way around, end at the inn. And that should be crying. Oh, actually, before we do, I want to go and speak to... Are you still around here? Okay, you're just a villager. Yet this guy. As you near, you feel a vibrant history contained in the essence of this man's soul. Voices from its past seem to call out to you. Yet now that we know what this feeling is, we will reach out for the soul. You see a pennant waving tall and sluggish in the wind, a rising sun embroidered on the banner, the vanguard of a small troop of paladins. The atmosphere is buoyant, if restrained, and their armour has not yet been tarnished by the elements. This expedition is fresh, young, filled with zest and zeal. At their head stands a commander, awkward in full armour but determined in step. Despite the excitement of his fellows, he does not smile. There's a twist to his mouth, his countenance grim. He throws up a hand, halting his troop. Silence falls among them, revealing a dark thunder, deep and low. He orders them to ready their weapons and spread out. Eyes dart from horizon to horizon, necks twisting to see the source of the sound. In the distance, dust and lightning rise from the ground as Stygian clouds race towards them overhead. The soldiers stand, only the staccato movement of their breath betraying their nerves. The commander closes his eyes, calling a blessing down on his troop. Invigorated, invincible, they wait as the enemy draws closer, poised to attack. Ooh, very interesting. So I had heard that moments like that, with random named NPCs, those were actually backer rewards. So I guess at a specific tier, you could write a little, like a little past for a character, and it would be put in the game. I think that's really cool. I think that's so cool. Now then, yes, let's make our way probably over here. We'll start at Ulfra's house. And we'll just make our way... Oh. And then I told her, that's not the pistol. That's my penis. Ha! This ale tastes funny to you. I don't know. You think she'll say yes? She's mad enough to lie with you. Why not wed you while she's at it? I bet they have better gold rot chew in the city. The city's where Kith go for Sveth, not gold rot. Deerford, then. Okay, you're just repeating yourselves now. Okay. Now then, where? Okay, up here. Excuse me. Yeah, this looks like Ulfra's house also. Oh! Zlox the Usurper and Clink. Okay, we can't get up there. Okay, hello? As you near, you feel a vibrant history contained in the essence of this man's soul. Voices from its past seem to call out to you. We will reach out. You see a lone man standing in a field. He looks around, surveying the crops. Occasionally, he bends to examine a leaf up close. He is intent on what he is doing, completely absorbed in his work. This man approaches him from behind. He moves slowly, but does nothing to mask his approach. In his hand, he holds a large sword. There appears to be no malice or hatred in the man's demeanour. He almost seems pleased. The first man hears his approach and stands, turning away from the plant he was inspecting. His face breaks into a smile, and he opens his arms to welcome the approaching man. The smile freezes into a grimace as the second man thrusts the sword through his stomach, its blade now protruding from his back. His arms slowly fall to his side, and blood starts to drip from the sword onto the plant below the man. As the first man crumples to his knees, the second pulls the sword out, a tear slowly falling down the cheek of his still smiling face. Ooh. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
And Clink, will reach out. You see a small group of people gathered around the ruins of a house. The destruction continues out from the single dwelling, through the entire village. Not a single building still stands. Rubble is scattered everywhere. One of the men in the group leans over something in the debris. It is this man, younger, barely more than a boy. The man reaches out and shakes the boy by the shoulder. The boy makes no sound and doesn't respond to the man's disturbance. The man looks up at the other members of the group and shrugs, standing to rejoin his friends. The boy suddenly sits up, eyes wide. He scrambles backwards, away from the group, looking around in horror. The group moves towards him in unison, eliciting a yelp from the boy who tries to move farther away. A woman in the group puts out her hands, stopping the rest. She turns to them reproachfully, motions for them to stay, then looks at the boy in the ground who is trying to push himself through the remains of a wall. He seems unaware he has even stopped. The woman slowly moves towards the boy, hands out, speaking in a low, calming tone. For a time, the boy doesn't even hear. He just closes his eyes and braces himself against the wall, expecting violence. Eventually, the woman's words work through the fear, and he hears her. He opens his tear-filled eyes and stares at her. She holds out a hand to him. He looks at it, seeming confused by the offer, then hesitantly reaches out. She takes his hand in hers and leans down to help him stand. This is very interesting,
hey
but
there.
Here's the thing. Ximena's nature is to lie and con. So I do think, while she is still freaked out, there's a part of her that's like, oh, if we could see into people's past, we could con people way more convincingly. She's immediately forgetting Kallisha's words on like, but the karma. Nah, forget the karma. Think about the coin. Just think about the coin. It'll be worth it. My apologies for the cut there. The game decided to crash. I guess it really didn't want us going in this house. So, take two. Keep your fingers crossed. There we go. All right, what do we have in here? Okay, these are both stealing. That's a book. Oh, you have a cat. Hey, look,
Sure.
We can't pet the cat, though. Boo. A dear wooden woman is standing in front of the fireplace, humming a quiet tune to herself, or perhaps to her unborn child, for she is clearly quite pregnant. She turns her head slightly as you enter.
Hail and well met.
Well, finally, I was starting to think. The woman makes a startled noise once she turns around and sees you. Oh, I'm sorry, I was expecting someone else. She gives you a cautious smile. Can I help you? I just arrived. Nice cat. Who be you expecting I'll take my leave? Well... I think I'm most drawn to this one. The whole reason why Ximena is looking around is she's trying to scrape together a little bit of coin before she leaves town. You know, who knows how long it's going to take us to reach this castle. It'd be good to have some money scraped together just in case something bad happens. I just arrived in Gilded Vale. I thought I'd get to know the locals. Were you with one of the caravans? She looks at you hopefully. Master Odima's by chance? Yeah, I was. When she said she was expecting someone else, I remember Kallisha said, I have a sister in Gilded Vale, and I'm wondering if this is her. Oh, I was. Yes, I'm afraid the rest of the caravan was killed. Why do you ask? You knew Odima. Oh, this is a little blunt. Just coming out with that. Oh, they were all killed. Blah, blah, blah. I don't think Ximena would be so blunt. You knew Odema? Well, no more than most here, I'd say. He doesn't usually come this way, but they say he's a reliable old fellow. She pauses, brow furrowing. Wait, why do you say no? Oh, I'm sorry, but the caravan was attacked. because he's dead, him and the rest of the caravan. I mean, this one, at least, this is more tactful, at least. I'm sorry, but the caravan was attacked. I was the only one to survive. Alfra covers her mouth with a hand, eyes wide with horror. For a few moments she can manage nothing but a strangled, voiceless gasping, her eyes brimming with tears. Oh, I'm sorry, love. I knew. I told her it was a dangerous path to take. Kallisha was always so certain she could take on any danger. Alfra sniffs. Oh, my poor sister. I'm sorry, stranger. I can't believe she's gone. If only I hadn't called her here. If I hadn't written to her, she might still be alive somewhere. Alfra's face crumples, and a solitary tear slides down her cheek. Why did you send for Kallisha? Oh, flipping heck, if you're this... Oh, damn! Why did you send for Kallisha? Kallisha mentioned that she thought you needed help. Perhaps I can provide some assistance. Quit your snivelling. How are you going to raise a child if you're this weak? Is there anything I can do? I'll leave you to your grief. To be honest, I'm most drawn to the top one. The benevolent one, it's... Ximena never does anything for free. Never. And the benevolent one, oh, perhaps I can provide some assistance. To me, that sounds like you're offering to do this for free. I think Ximena would be asking, well, why did you send for your sister? Rather than just offering up her services for a job that she knows absolutely nothing about. Why did you send for Kallisha? Alfra wipes at her eyes. I'm worried about the baby, about the legacy. I told Kallisha as much as I could, but all I know is that for a long time now, every child born in Gilded Vale has been soulless, empty. It's happened to so many mothers. And Lord Raedric, he's exiled all of them, calling it a sign of the gods' disfavour. She sniffs. With my Hathor gone, I don't know how I'd manage if I lost my home too. I hoped Kallisha could help me. Ooh. Well, hello there. Kind wayfarers, gold-packed knights. How do we unlock these? How do these requirements unlock, I wonder? I hoped Kallisha could help me. They say Ranga, the old midwife, knows a way to prevent a child being hollow-born, but she moved south to Anslog's Compass 2 seasons ago. The journey's too far for me. I can't make it as I am. But I don't have anyone else now with Kallisha gone. More tears run down her face. Please, can you help me? I'll find Ranga for you. That's a long ways to go. What's in it for me? I'll think about it if I ever head that way. I'm not one for charity. Handle this yourself. I mean... She doesn't do anything for free. She'd be asking for payment up front. That's a long ways to go. What's in it for me? Oh, we got some fruit. I can only offer you coin, but Ranga has many potions and crafts for sale. Maybe you'll find something of interest, so it wouldn't be a wasted trip, she sniffs. I'm sorry, I don't have much. You're welcome to some of my food if you want. I have some fruit. Oh, I feel guilty now. Ximena wouldn't, but I do. Well, we're getting paid for it. I'll find Ranga for you. Alfra blinks, eyes wide. You will? Oh, God bless you. Here, I'll give you coin to pay her with. You needn't trouble yourself with that. I think it's a drink she fashions out of... Well, I'm not sure, but it shouldn't be too much of a burden to carry back. Gilded Vale, slight positive. You have gained 20 copper. Anslog's Compass is what we call the lagoon to the south. You'll have to cross the wilds to get there. That's what keeps me from trying it myself. She clasps her hands together. Thank you again, truly. You'll be saving us both. She sets a hand on her stomach, smiling through her tears. Okie doke. Now, what is this? This worn, dog-eared book is titled Travels Upon the Keldglass Sea. There is an etched illustration of a vast, finned leviathan. Ooh. Very cool. Now... Yeah, this is stealing. She's right there. That'd be dumb. That'd be dumb. Any secrets? Any secrets back here? Doesn't look like it. Alrighty then. Well, I am just about out of time for this episode. In the next one, we continue exploring Gilded Vale. Maybe we'll pick up some more quests. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. A special thanks to my channel members such as SM2K and Christopher K. Davis. I've been Kallista. Thanks for watching and see you in the next episode.